Hello, everybody. Today is the second round of Valorant Pilot for WIHSEA League. Today we have Case versus Port Washington. This is, I believe, a pretty evenly matched game, and we already have drafts coming in here for Case's side. We have an Omen, we have a Viper, a Skye, a Reyna, and a Killjoy. Pretty solid comp, pretty standard. And we only have hovers here for Port Washington. We're gonna wait a little bit to wait for those to hopefully roll in. We have 15 seconds. Today we are playing on Fracture, which is one of the newer maps, I believe. Time is ticking down for the locks. I believe these should be starting soon. Here it is. We have a Viper, Arena. Yeah, there we go. Locks are rolling in. We have a Viper, Arena, a Sage, a Fade, and a Raze coming for Port Washington. And here we go. We have the levels. These are pretty evenly matched teams. A couple high levels coming from Port Washington. And we are now loading into the game. Again, for anyone wondering how Valorant works, it is a 5v5 game where one team tries to plant a spike on a site while the other team defends it. Case will be starting off on defenders this round. Looking again for pistol round, which will be a cheaper round of just trying to find picks, a slow type of round, nothing too aggressive, just playing for picks and looking for opportunities. 20 seconds until the first round does start. Case does have a Killjoy, so Killjoy will be looking to set up on one of the sites and play there, hopefully getting to use util. I believe buying turrets only this round, and buying a ghost. Most of Case does have a ghost. And round is starting. Port Washington starting their push. Viper is splitting and looking for the other side of the map. Fracture works that there are two sides you can push from. Viper playing on the other half while her team works and tries to find room. Viper wall does come down on A site. Viper already making vision on site. Finds one. Killjoy finding the first pick of the match. Case getting it. Raise nade coming up top and unfortunately picking off the Killjoy. Stage wall coming out. Shots are being exchanged here. Case a bit low. Unfortunately getting picked off that trade. Skye healing up the team. Skye's ability does mean she can heal up the team, and heals are valuable and scarce in this game. Viper wall is up, Sage wall is still up. Someone walking through doors. Opening that door did make noise. Skyhawk coming out onto site, blinding one, I believe. Shots coming, Reyna finding the pick onto Port Washington's Reyna. Wall is being destroyed, Fade ability coming out. It is a 4v2 here for Case. A 3v2 here for Case. Sage finding a pick onto this guy, heal being used. Fade ability coming out, not finding anybody. Sage finding another pick. Sage finding a triple here. Reyna looking for the pick onto Skye. Fade getting a 3K. 4K for the Skye. Port Washington takes round one. Skye with a 4K, Reyna with a triple. And again, kills do get money in this game. So those players will have a bit of extra creds to spend. And I believe both teams should go for an eco here. Port Washington looking to force something. A team with a higher eco does mean that they can buy something, right? So pistol round works, and you can buy it. Sorry, let me restart. Teams can look to try to aggressively buy and try to just put one team even farther behind. It looks like what is happening here with heavy shield and specters coming out from Port Washington's side, while Case still is on just cheap weapons. Port Washington splitting up site, going for a 3v2. Viper finding first pick of the round. Trading onto the enemy Viper. Unfortunately, Case's Viper being picked off by the Raze. Port Washington already made entry onto site, finding a second. Fade finding a pick onto the Reyna. It is a 4v2. Spike is being planted here. Case will be looking for a retake. Plant accidentally got canceled, I believe, here. Raze finding a second of this round. Killjoy turret taking her low. Unfortunately, being shot. Heal is out on Raze. Nade coming out. I believe they know where the Killjoy is here. Reyna blind coming out. Killjoy may just be looking to find a trade here, and that is unfortunate. Port Washington 2-0 ending the round. The aggressive buy worked out for them there, as Case was not able to take any of their weapons from them, only putting one member behind. But that is okay. Case now looking for a buy here with Vandals and Phantoms. They are looking to counter this and try to switch things in their favor. It is still early in the game. Anything can be swung here. I believe that Case is going to split the sites evenly this time with a 3-2. 3 defenders on B site, 2 on A site. Killjoy on A site, having all of her utils set up there. Unfortunately, Port Washington pushed B here. Viper wall coming out. Going up. The Viper up top, finding damage. Fade ulti out already this round. Port Washington made entry on site. Viper is stuck in this corner, trapped. Trading shots with the Viper, finding it. The Vandal does help here, winning the fight against the Sheriff. Unfortunately, Sage finding the Viper with a Vandal. Reyna finding a pick out a Killjoy. Ray's finding 1-2. Ace is Reyna ultiing here in a 1v3 situation while the team, both teams are low here. Case of Reyna at full health. We will be looking for a retake here with the Reyna. Reyna finding 1, getting traded. Fade ability coming out. Case Reyna going up top, looking for the opposing Reyna at low health. Maybe able to find it here. Shots coming out. Case Reyna is low. Finding 1. Using ability. I think it is too late, unfortunately, for the spike. Looking to find another one. Enemy Raze with a 3k here. Spike is being detonated too. Both teams here are very close to ulti. Case having actually only 1 Viper close to ulti. Port Washington having 2-3 ultis coming up here. It is still early in the round. It's not a lost cause. Valorant can swing on a dime here with the amount of util and ultis in this game. Case using the first or second ulti of the game, I believe. Fade used it aggressively last round. And round starts again. Killjoy setting up on A side again, and Case again splitting it. Actually, Omen mid this time. Shots are already on A side here. Skyhawk coming out. Omen smoke coming out up top. Killjoy turret finding somebody through the Viper wall. Fade ability coming out. Enemy Reyna finding 1 onto our Sky. Killjoy util being used, denying that plan for a second. Unfortunately, not covering all the site, and Spike still will be planted. Enemy Reyna with a 3k here. Looking to play more aggressive, finding the 4th. Potential ace here for Port Washington's Reyna. Our Omen stopping down that ace, now has a Vandal in hand, looking for something as the attackers aggressively push. Unfortunate. Case is Omen falled. Enemy Reyna with a 4k there, and now Port Washington has 2 ultis to Case's 1. I've been talking way too fast, way too much. I need some water. Remember to stay hydrated this game. This could go on for a while. Case's Killjoy seems to be setting him up at B site this time, which is a bit different from the other rounds. Trying to predict where the enemies will go to hopefully get value out of the util. All util is being placed though, and it does take 30 seconds after you pick it up to be able to use it again. Unfortunately, I believe the Killjoy... Port Washington actually splitting here. They have 2 slow pushing A site. Find it. Our Case is Reyna finding 1 already. Stopping down to push. It is a Reyna v Reyna here on A site, but I believe Case's Reyna is backing out of the fight. B site here happening. It is a 3v1. Case's members rotating over. Viper wall out. Fade util coming out. Trying to spot anybody. Being shot instantly. Spike is being planted. Unfortunately, Killjoy's nades are not reaching it. As soon as this Viper wall falls, I believe Killjoy will have vision onto site. Sage wall is out now. Case will have to try to break that to get vision onto site. Reyna finding a second this round. And now Port Washington is trapped. 2 people stuck up top. With the Reyna being picked, Reyna finding 1, but unfortunately falling to the Killjoy. Killjoy is now low. There is no healer. It just got picked now. Fade is, Fade finding a double here. Case is Omen finding a double. Spike is down. Case should defuse there, and that should be round. Sage wall falling. Case finding their first round of the game here. Thanks to the Omen's double. 5.1 seconds left on the spike. Beautiful round here from Case, finding those early picks to shut down the attack. There are a lot of ultis used here, or available here. There are 3 on Case's side and 4 on Port Washington's. Sage is the only one without ulti on Port Washington's side, and Reyna and Sky are both missing theirs for Case. Sage does have the most expensive ulti in the game. It is 8 points, and it allows you to take 1 of your teammates back alive if they unfortunately do die early in the round. Round here is starting. Killjoy for Case setting up on A side here. I believe is unfortunate. Oh, Case, I believe is right. There are 3 pushing A site, 2 slow pushing B site. On both sides here. Viper trying to make noise on B site, trying to distract Case from the A side push. Close here today. Wow, Fade finding a pick onto this guy, unfortunately. Door opens. Case does now know that there are at least 1 person here. Finding one up top, 2. Killjoy exchanging shots, finding it. Viper finding one on B site. Fade Util coming out, trying to find somebody, unfortunately. It is a 3v4 situation here. We are looking for a retake on B. There it is. Unfortunately, Ray's finding a pick onto Viper. That is the last case remaining. The last case player remaining on B site. It looks like the spike could be planted here as Port Washington rotating over. Killjoy finding one onto the Viper as they look for a potential retake. Ray's boombot coming out, knowing at least one is there. Not knowing who, though. Spike is being planted, putting Case on a timer to retake this site. Case does still have 2 ultis available. Could look for a Killjoy ulti to retake site. Ray's holding close on them. It is a 2v3. Ray's ulti coming out, finding the Killjoy. It is a 1v3 situation. Oh, Case getting picked here. Port Washington winning the round using 1 ulti here. They now have a... Raze is the only one missing ulti now here on Port Washington's side. Well, Case still is missing 2, but only by 1 point. Reminder, you do get ult points in this game by getting kills, picking up ult orbs on the map, or planting the spike. So Case is not too far behind. They are only missing 1 for each player that is missing their ulti. Well, Port Washington is missing 8 for the Raze ulti. Killjoy is setting up on A site, I believe, this time. And I believe this is a correct prediction here, as Port Washington looks to push 3 to A site, 1 from behind of A site, and 3 out of in front. Finding them instantly. Shots being exchanged. Sage finding the pick onto Reyna here. Shots. Viper finding one here onto our Sky. Fade ulti coming out onto A site. Knows that it's an A site push. Case looking to retake here. It's Viper aggressively pushing, finding the other enemy Viper. Viper with a 3k, Port Washington. Killjoy finding the shutdown onto that Viper there. It is a retake for Case. Killjoy, Case finding a double kill, has ulti. Could look for a retake here. I believe is just looking to save. Is at quite low health. Spike is down, and it is a 1v3 into 2 people with ultis. They could just be looking to save here. And hope that Port Washington does not play aggressive and try to catch them. That is what's happening. Case's Killjoy on B site, as A site has 1 defender left, actually. 2 attackers are trying to find the Killjoy and hunt her down. I don't believe we'll be able to find her in time. Is up top. It will take a couple seconds to reach her due to ziplines. Attackers win the round. Case does save the Phantom from this round, though. They could be looking for, I believe, not a buy. Their ecos are too low to look. Oh, I lie. I am sorry. Case does look for a buy here to try to shut down Port Washington's win streak here. They have both teams buying actually full shields and Vandals or Phantoms. Those are both extremely powerful guns. It's on personal preference on which one you prefer. Vandal 1 taps to the head, while Phantom does not. It takes 2. It's personal preference on which you like more. So you should see an average, like, half and half pretty much. Round does start. Killjoy setting up on B site this time. I believe that is the wrong prediction, as Port Washington pushing forward A. Aggressive. Kate shutting it down, fighting 1 onto the Viper here. It still looks like they are trying to just force this. Reyna, Port Washington, Reyna ulti coming out here. Fade at util being used. Reyna is not finding the Case 1. Case, Reyna finding 1. Sage Red's coming out for Port Washington. Omen finding 1 here onto Fade. Ray's boombot coming out, looking for a nade up top, dealing damage. Viper ulti coming out for Port Washington here. They are still looking to plant. They have not planted it. Sky ulti coming out. Killjoy, Case finding 1 on the flank. Killjoy ulti coming out here for Case. Will be denying the plant. They cannot stay in this area, or they will be not able to use... Oh, Viper finding 1 in her smoke. I believe this ulti will be used and will stall plant long enough, though. 49 seconds left on the clock after Killjoy ulti. Case looking... both teams actually looking to take control over site here. Killjoy in the just out of the smoke. If Viper does peek out, Killjoy will know she's there. Both teams are trying to take find a pick here and retake site. Killjoy turret is spotting the Viper here as they push it into the smoke. Spike is being planted up top. Case knows this and it's trying to hit through wall. Viper finding another in her smoke onto Case's Killjoy. There is 1 ulti left used for 1 ulti left for Case. It is Viper's ulti if they do want to play both in smokes. Skydog coming out, trying to find anybody in the smoke here. Will be unfortunately getting shot. Viper nade coming out on top. missing the spike, unfortunately. Viper finding a 3K here. I believe